Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got 4 new stones to cut today. These are from Morocco. Hoping these are a little more high grade than some of the last ones I cut, but we'll see. We'll start with this one. This one kind of looks like a limb cast. Long, cylindrical, but yeah, look at the banding on that end. Can't really tell on this end, but it's definitely banded. But I don't know, I might try to cut some slabs off of this one for cabochons, because that looks like they're going to be pretty cool. So what I'll do is I'll start and I'll cut this heel off like it was a slab. If the back side looks fracture free, then I might be able to cab that, and then I'll make some more slabs. Otherwise I might just leave it. We'll see. Alright, and then I got this guy. He looks like it's going to have a little bit of color in it, at least a peach color, although that could also just be weathering. But there's a little chip there. It looks peach as well. So I'm hoping for some good color in this one. We'll cut it parallel to that face and see. All right, then I got this little nodule. Not much showing in this one. Wasn't sure if those were like needle inclusions on the skin, but don't think they are. But it's intact, so let's cut it in half and see. It could have a great pattern. I think it'll be a translucent, lighter blue-gray color. We'll see. Okay, last up, I got this larger, weird, odd-shaped nodule. A lot of the nodules from that area in Morocco, where these were collected, have this weird shape, and some of them are really big at the base, and they come to a tiny little point. And this one's actually broke off, but looky there, good banding on that. And then this end here shows some good banding. Now it's going to be that light blue-gray, kind of translucent banding with some white banding in it. Just hoping for some good contrast, maybe some shadow banding, but I think I'll cut this thicker end, like a heel off of that, just thick enough that if it's any good I can cab this. But yeah, that looks like it's going to be a nice one. Again, possibly I will slab this one. I might cut from this direction too. Yeah, we'll see. Let's get it out to the saw, get it cut, and we'll figure it out from there. Be right back. Hello everybody, welcome back. I got all the stones cut. Let's walk through them. All of them came out okay. So in no particular order, we'll start with the one that had the colors in it. Let's see what it looked like on the inside. Reminder of what it was on the out and what we got on the inside. Wow, that is gorgeous. Okay, it does have a little fracture down here, and then you got one kind of going across the stone right there. It's shedding. All right. Well, definitely got some gorgeous colors. It's a shame it's got a couple fractures. This one's fairly thin, but I think it's thick enough I can do a real low dome or flat face polish on this. And those bands will show up nice. It's pretty cool. Let's look at this other side real quick. So the question is, do I cut more or call it quits? So I cut above, there's a little fracture somewhere down here. If I cut above that and below that fracture, you can see right there. Not that dark piece, but that light one. That's a fracture. Kind of see where it's distorting the color. I could do a small cabochon here and a small one here if I got a slab or two off of that. I'll have to think about that. Don't know which direction that fracture is going. I think it's going this way, so maybe it'll open up down here. I don't know. Even if I decide just to do a face polish on that, I think a gorgeous specimen piece. I don't think I've ever seen the Moroccan agate with that color. It's pretty nice. All right, let's set that down. And let's go for the next one. So this one, I wanted to get a slab and a heel off of it and see if it was worth further cutting or if we're done with it. Let's remind you what it looked like on the end. Let's get it wet. And let's take a look at the first cut. Wow, I can right off the bat see the crazy shadow banding going on in this one. So let's look at this heel. Wow, look at the shadow banding in that. Now the saw blade did a horrible job. Kind of chopped this one up. I'll have to clean that up with a grinding wheel. I don't see any fractures. Oh, nope, I do see a fracture, I believe. It's hard to tell. That might not be a fracture, that might just be from the saw blade. Yeah, I think this is clean of fractures anyways. So, I could try to cab that piece, or possibly just do a face polish on that. Set that down out of the way. Let's look at this next piece. Oh. Okay, I think that's just a chip. I don't think it's a fracture. Nope, I can definitely tell that was a fracture. And it chipped off here, so maybe there was a bit of a fracture in here somewhere. Can't see it on this side, so maybe it's just on this side. Again, you got the shadow banding, the translucency. Let's look at the back. Oh, okay. I think that's the fracture. You can see it running down that way through the stone. Question is, does it go through the other side? Does not look like it. So maybe it's just a little sideways fracture. And that might cab out. If I cab this as the top, run the risk of running into the fracture if I make that the top. Either way is a gamble, but I gotta do something. Look at the shadow banding on that. That is so cool. Wow. All right, let's look at this piece. All right, I don't see that fracture in here. Got lots of shadow banding. All right, well, definitely a candidate of getting this on a better saw and slabbing out the rest of this. Maybe we can get some good cabochons out of this piece. It'll keep that really cool shadow pattern in it. That's nice. All right. Next up, so I went at this one both directions. Let's start this side here, the big side. Let's get it wet. So pop that heel off. I do see a couple of, that's just from the saw blade right here. from cutting it weird. But I do see a healed fracture here and here. Definitely healed. It's got great pattern. So I'll probably do a face polish on that one. That's really cool looking. I don't think those fractures will hurt at all. Looks like it's got a little shadow banding going on in this one too. Right down in here. Oh, cool. Alright, let's look at the back side. I can still see those healed fractures in this stone. Alright, that's just from a wonky cut. I cleaned that up, but these are healed fractures. You can see one here, one here. Otherwise, that pattern is awesome. That's gorgeous. Alright, so I didn't know if that fracture went all the way through the stone because I can't tell where it comes out on the sides. So I went ahead and made another cut. And that's what the very tip looks like. Let's see what this looks like. Very nice. And I don't see any fractures in this. Okay, I'll probably just do a specimen piece out of this. That's really cool. Yep, shadow banding in it. Yeah, definitely. Then look at this side. Yeah, perfect pattern. No fractures at all. Alright, so if I do cut it, I'm going to cut from this direction and maybe get a slab or two off. If I run into the fracture, maybe I quit. But I can get a couple cabs out of this for sure. Definitely going to get this on another saw and get that cut up. Very nice. Okay. All right. Hiding over there. Let's look at this last one. So this is one that had no windows or anything. And I cut it in half. Just we can have two specimens out of this one. If it's worth it, we could cut some cabs off of either side. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's really cool looking. Nice color. It does have a little fracture right here, going just into the edge, I think. That's where that kind of color is. It looks like that. Might be a fracture. Otherwise, it's perfect. It's got kind of a light lavender purple color to it, maybe pink. Let's look at this side. Again, there's a little bit of color right here where there might be a fracture. I say that, I don't see a fracture in the stone. It's got a little bit of parallax going in there, the shadow banding. Either way, it's going to be nice. Maybe I cut a slab or two off of these and then polish the heels as specimens. Nice color though. Alright, well, that's the last stone in this set of rocks. I think they all came out really nice in this set. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Again, if you liked the video, didn't like the video, hit the like, dislike button. And leave me a comment. Tell me why. If you're not a subscriber and you like the videos, consider hitting the subscribe. Alright. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.